Hey boys and girls, I'm Megan, and this is Jessie. Hi. Jessie, you seem a little sad. Is something wrong?
Yes. I was supposed to go to my grandma's house today to bake cookies, but my grandma is sick now, so I can't go.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jessie.
I'm sad my grandma is sick, but I'm also sad because we have been planning to bake cookies for a long time. Grandma even got Koala Karate Squad cookie cutters.
I know it's hard. Sometimes our plans don't happen. But do you know whose plans always happen?
Whose?
God's. In today's Bible story, someone made an evil plan that could have stopped God's plan to send Jesus. But God was in control. Nothing can stop his plan. Listen to the story. Some of God's people were in a land called Persia. Persia was ruled by King Ahasuerus. The king chose Esther to be his queen. Esther was one of God's people who were called Jews because they were from the land of Judah. Esther did not tell the king that she was a Jew. One day, Esther's cousin Mordecai heard some bad news. Haman, one of the king's leaders, had a very evil plan to destroy the Jews. Mordecai was scared. Mordecai was a Jew. He did not want his family and friends to be killed. Mordecai and all the Jews cried. Esther saw that the Jews were upset. "Why are you crying?" Esther asked. She sent someone to ask Mordecai what was wrong. Mordecai told the messenger about Haman's evil plan. Mordecai said, "Ask the king to stop Haman. Ask him to save us." Esther wanted to help her people, but the king had a rule. No one can go to the king unless the king asks that person to come first. If anyone broke the rule, the punishment was death. The only way to not be punished was if the king held out his scepter. That meant you may live. Esther was afraid. Mordecai reminded Esther that she was a Jew. Maybe Esther had become the queen just for this time, so she could save her people. Esther asked all the Jews to not eat or drink for 3 days. Then Esther went to the king. He saw Esther and held out his scepter. That meant she would live. "What can I do for you?" the king asked. "I will give you anything, up to half the kingdom." Esther asked the king and Haman to come to a feast. When they were done eating, the king said, "What can I do for you? I will give you anything, up to half the kingdom." Esther said, "Come to my feast tomorrow." The next day, the king and Haman went to Esther's feast. When they were done eating, the king said, "What can I do for you? I will give you anything, up to half the kingdom." Esther said, "There is a plan to kill me and my people." "Who made that plan?" the king asked. "This evil man, Haman," Esther said. The king was angry. He ordered Haman to be taken away. Then the king made a law to keep the Jews safe from their enemies. God's plan was to send the Messiah into the world through Abraham's family. Haman's evil plan could not stop God. God had a plan for Esther to rescue his people. By saving the Jews, God made the way for his son Jesus to come into the world.